Alright. So, let me just close that. Alright. I didn't really know what to stream, and then I found out about the boss fight thing, so I'm gonna do that. There's apparently a boss fight in this. This stream will probably be very, very short, by the way. This is probably gonna be by far my shortest stream. Cause I'm gonna probably go to bed very early. And then yeah. Hi Bob, you mastered boxing and scraps. Nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna click play here. Yeah, you can see right here. It's right here. And that fully completes the event. Okay. So yeah, you just when you kill this, you fully completed the when I kill this, I fully completed the event. Also, hi Jose. When Bob loads in, I'm just gonna go in because this stream will probably be very short. So I just stand in the circle and I teleport? Is this how it works? Oh, yeah, it is. This looks amazing, actually. Hold on, are they... hold on. Are they cooked? Did they cook this time for once? Oh, we get a rocket launcher. Oh, there's a whole health bar. Oh. Can we get over there? Oh no, there's a barrier. Did I not go in time? Whatever, I can just wait. No, I'm just gonna see if there's anything around here. Doesn't look like it. This looks kinda cool. I don't know why there's blue up in the sky. Should probably be making it black would have probably made it look better. Other than that, like, this looks pretty cool. So the question is, how do I get in? Those don't do anything. I can go right here. Can I just fly in? Oh wow, the wings last for a way shorter amount of time. My god. Is there any way to get in? Doesn't look like it. If I jump and then use the wings to go up, will it work? No. Yeah. So yeah, I can't get in. I have to wait. Hi, Jemine. What team are you? Crimson Cats? I just picked the one. I just picked that one because I'm pretty sure it's gonna win. Like the team leaderboard thing, as most people voted it. So, I just voted that one. Oh, you can kill this. That's cool. There's like some Oh, I found something. There's like a little thing in here. What is this? There's a book here. There's that symbol, and then there's some drinks. I don't know what the point of it is, but it's cool. Also, they're about to beat the ball. I'm not gonna look, because I wanna. Let me mute my game actually, so I don't get spoiled. I'm just gonna look over here. It shouldn't show me the cutscene because I'm not in. If there's even a cutscene. I'm guessing there will be a cutscene. If I were to take a guess. If there's a cutscene, then I'm just gonna look away. I'll just wait. Okay, yeah, the health bar disappeared, so I'm just gonna look away. Alright, and now that I didn't get spoiled on what happens when they die, I'm just gonna wait here now. So now I can go in, right? Yeah, okay. Now I actually get to play. You can't join your server. You have to go into the games, you have to go to the teleportation thing, and then you should, as long as the server's not full, it should take you to my server if you have me added. Because when you have someone added and you can go and there's an opportunity to go in the same server as someone you've added, Roblox usually prioritizes that over picking a random server. So are you gonna play Danny's World, or you just... I'm just gonna play this as it's already super late. I'm probably gonna play Danny's World tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure. He has a giant band hammer. He's laughing. Orbs. Oh, wow. Oh, the blocks also fall apart. Okay. Can you shoot him? No, it does nothing. Oh yeah, I should probably use this. That is a good one. Oh! That... Wait, what? I'm just gonna use the grav coil, as that seems a more safer option. Allows me to jump up higher. Oh yeah, that's the thing that made me like lose a bunch of blocks. So stay away. If it doesn't follow me, my god. Giant band hammer, my god. Back to grav coil. Oh, there's two. Never mind. Oh, we gotta kill him. He's only like a bit below half health, so. Oh. Stuff is turning green now. I'm not gonna I don't know what that exactly does, but I'm just not gonna step on it. Okay, it's back to normal. Rip. This is cool. Way better than the classic line. Like, way better. It's not even close. Oh. You just swung his banhammer to... I guess that's how he summons the meteors, by swinging his banhammer. Oh, okay. Close. We're almost there. That one hard. Is he dead? Ah, yep, he's dead now. And he's gone. Ah, and here's the UGC. Let me claim it. Claim. Glitch Guardian Laurel. Wow, okay, well that was the boss fight. I've been streaming for only 12 minutes. Great. Alright, first of all, let me go back. Let me go back so I can, is this it? Yeah, that's it. But let me, yeah, okay, let me go back so I can finish the event. Because I just got the, yeah, 30 silver. We click to continue. I don't know why that's still not highlighted, but whatever. But yeah, now I'm back, fully completed the event now. That's cool. Let me leave and rejoin. I don't know why this is still not, like, able to buy, but whatever. It says you're an MVP at the top, so I'm gonna get something from that. I'm top 2,000, which I don't really care. I finished the event, and it's gonna keep me at 0.1, because top 2,000 the entire event is definitely 0.1, so. But yeah, I've basically finished the entire event. All these games over here, all of them are all done. And yeah, they're all done. And if I check quests, they're all done. So yeah, I'm basically done with this event. This event might be better than the classic. I'm not sure. It's either the same rating as the classic, or it's gonna be. I just have to wait to the very end to give my honest opinion. If they add a little bit more to this event, because they clearly are. There's still a couple more things to happen. Like there's this thing. But if that happens, then yeah, that means this will probably be better than the classic. That boss fight alone was really good. That definitely bumped up the score. But yeah, that was a cool boss fight. I almost died, but you know. Oops. This lobby is carrying the event though. Like the lobby itself in this boss fight is carrying the event. That in like 3 games. You know what we can do? To make this stream a little bit longer, I can do this. Let me open something. How are you how are you MVP with only 255 points? That's crazy that not even 5% of the people have not gotten 250 points. I find that really crazy that they didn't get 250 points. You're gonna join the VC? Okay, Extractor. What can make... I'm gonna rank everything. Now that this event's basically done, I'm going to make a list. Where is it? Google Docs. I'm going to overlay another stream on top of it so we can hear, so we can have this. I'll figure it out. Alright. Here it is. Let me switch to this account because I don't want to dox myself. And here. One second. I'm gonna pull something up on stream. I can't stream for like only 18 minutes. That's not me. I was gonna plan to do this anyways, so let's do it now. I just gotta make a new tab thing. Hold on. First of all, let me make my Discord capture my Roblox, and then I'm gonna hide the window capture. So you're gonna see nothing now, but you should still be able to hear the Roblox music in the background. I'm just gonna use that as background noise while I add this. So window capture, I'm going to set it to this. Just give me a second. Just give me a second, bear with the black screen. I just gotta... Where is it? OBS is not really working. Hold on. Where is it? Alright. I think we're good now. Alright. This should show up. Let me zoom it in. If it lets me. So basically, I have this list here. This is like ranking all the games best to worst. Like for example, Motor Rush here would be, like I gave it a 0 out of 10 because of how bad it was. But I put Michael Zombies, for example, at number 1 because it was amazing. But this here was my old list, as you can see there at the top right. So I'm reworking the list. This is all I have for the new list, by the way. There's really not anything. I've only re-ranked 3 games. Let me just... I'm gonna put... Those are my... Nah, I can just keep it at 10, whatever. Alright, so these are the 3 games that I have. And there's about 50 games. So let's go ahead and get started. So there's gonna be 50 placements. Oh yeah, you know, I forgot to rank something. I forgot to rank the lobby. So I'm gonna put the lobby in this list also, by the way, because it basically was its own game. Yep, there was the 5 obbies, the 10 Roblox, the Roblox tilts, the 10 Roblox tilts, and then the hidden silver, and then there's obviously the boss fight. Right. So basically, the lobby was really good. It's probably above Arsenal. I don't know if it should be above these 2, but I definitely think it's above Arsenal. So basically 5 cool obbies with items, and then the pretty cool boss fight. So where should the lobby go? Is the question. I think it's like so it had like everything tracked. Like you had tracking for everything. You had basically everything. But it had like the quest tracker, which was really useful. It had the 5 obbies, which were all pretty good. It had the boss fight, which was amazing. So like, I feel like it would go like above Bee Swarm. But I don't know. Should it go above Michael Zombies? Is the question. That's the true question. Should it go above Michael Zombies or not? I can, like, it'll be like either at 1 or 2 because it was really good. Like, the lobby was really good. But yeah. Let's see. So this is the old list. So like, I have the old list still pulled up just to keep track of all 50 games. That's the only reason why I have it pulled up, to just remind me of all the games. So I feel like this would go... It's very interchangeable. The lobby was like the lobby and Michael Zombies were both really both had tracks of everything. They both had all fun mini games. I think Michael Zombies is better though, barely, because it had better music and more of a unique concept of what it was in the thing. So I'll put the lobby here. They're both 10 out of 10s, but yeah. And if, like, I can put 9.9, but there's no point to. I'm just saying these are interchangeable, that's why the exact same rating. Alright, so we now have a bunch of other games to rank. So let's get the obvious trash out the way. Moto Rush is an obvious 0 out of 10. Midnight Racing Tokyo had like a soft lock bug, which was horrible. So that gives it the 0.5. It had for my experience with this was hell. It was so buggy that I couldn't finish any of the quests for like hours, and I had to jump in the void like a bunch of times. It was kind of funny to do that, so it's a 0.5. Let me just put this at the top though. Like here, and then I can delete that. Okay, there. There. Alright, so like this was the only game that had like soft lock things. So let's see. Let's go back near up to the top. So Driving Empire had shinies that were pretty well placed, and they had like it had like the race for the shinies. So basically you had the race to get points, and the race that was for the event was like it looked pretty accurate to what the game's was, and there was 3 different courses where it just picks one of them randomly, so it felt really fresh. So like that was like, it was really fun for me. So that's why it's gonna be a, let me bump Arsenal to a 9.5 because I'm gonna give this a 9.2. Okay, it's back. But basically, Drive World had like some annoying quests that weren't really the best. There was like the ramp one where you just had to jump off of a ramp over and over again, and then you got to the obbies part. It was kind of goofy. But yeah. I think, so I think like this is where it was previously. It'll probably be like somewhere here, as it was kind of, as it had its flaws. I feel like Dress to Impress was it had pretty easy shinies that were just placed in random places, so they weren't that great, but they were there. And it had the place top 4 thing, which that's whatever, that's just a quest. And then they had the obby, which looked decent. It was just a bunch of floating objects though. And then they had the race at the very end, which was probably the best part of their event, as it was pretty fun. The only thing I didn't like about the race is how it was like how the speed boost thing worked, where they just appeared randomly and only one person could get them. That was kind of goofy, but besides that, it was pretty good. But yeah, I think also Untitled Boxing Game was pretty good. Untitled Boxing Game was like, the 5 shinies were really cool. Like they were really fun. And the Silver's part, but despite how much I was lagging, that was also really fun. Like, Untitled Boxing Game was really good. Especially with the shinies. Is it above Driving Empire? It's either above or below. I don't think it's above Arsenal. Because... yeah. I'd have to think about that. I might like it more than Arsenal. Because Arsenal shinies were also like Driving Empires, where they were just placed in good spots, but it was just that. I think it's like here. For Bee Swarm had like a pretty well executed, like had really cool executed golfing. And yeah, the golfing felt smooth, especially for Bee Swarm standards. And yeah, I might move it down below Untitled Boxing Game because of how what was it again? Because of how like the shinies were like randomly placed somewhere. I don't know. I might swap I might swap like these placements between each other. I'll have to figure it out. Let me just move that down and move that back up. And Driving Empire was like that works. So Pet Catchers was like the wall paint. The shinies were kind of bad, but the games for the silver was pretty good. So there was like the racetrack one, there was the reaction time one, and then there was the Splatoon one. That one was pretty decent. It's definitely not better than Driving Empire. And I can argue that I feel like Dress to Impress is better than this. In fact, is there much other stuff? Yeah, I think I can just put Dress to Impress right here. It was like a 9 out of 10. Maybe in the 8s. So its shinies were kinda just placed in places, which was kinda dumb. And the games were, besides the first quest, the other 2 were pretty fine, so I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. I might change it. Arm Wrestle Sim had, when you collected like the shinies in silver, it had like weird music with like your character doing weird dances. I hated that. That's probably one of my, that's like probably one of my least favorite things about that. That really brings down the score. They also stole basically what Speedrun 4 was for the event, and they had like a weird thing. So I might have it like down here, as it was kind of cringe. Adopt Me wasn't that bad. The shinies were kind of horrid, but it wasn't that bad. It was just basically a better. It was I don't know. It might be below Pet Catchers, but I'm not sure. Like graphics wise, it was better, but gameplay wise, Pet Catchers was like slightly better. So I'll probably put Pet Catchers and Adopt Me will probably be right by each other. Oops, did not mean to do that. Let me move that back here. Alright. Alright, so basically, I feel like I enjoyed Adopt Me and Pet Catchers more than Arm Wrestle Sim. Mainly because the shinies and how grindy Arm Wrestle Simulator was just to do the last part. So I feel like these might be next. Drive World had the obbies, which the obbies with the shinies in them, which was fine, I guess. I think the shinies were better executed than Pet Catchers and Adopt Me, but the silvers were executed a lot worse for Drive World. So I'll probably put like Pet Cat. Can I spell? Oh my god, I'm tired. Pet Catchers there, and then Adopt Me there, and then Drive World. Drive World was like an 8 out of 10. Adopt Me was like a... it's like an 8.5. Pet Catchers was like 8.7. Adopt Me was like right behind it. It just had a lot worse shinies. And Drive World just had a lot more tedious quests. So I'll put them like 0.1 off each other. Like after like 20, the scores are probably gonna be garbage. The reason why the scores are actually decent is because these are the only games that are ranking right now were actually ones I had fun with. They weren't like horrible. Is it time to put Arm Wrestle here? So Epic Minigames had NPC dialogue with 3 fun minigames, and the shinies appeared during minigames. It had like a quest line thing, which was cool. I'd argue that it might go above Drive World, actually. Maybe even above Adopt Me, but I'm not sure. It was kind of... it was like... so basically you had a quest where you had to... so the first quest was like, you know, do the 3 arcade games for silver, and then like you had to like get there's shinies that like appeared during mini games randomly, and there were shinies that were in the lobby. They were pretty like, I feel like Epic Minigames was pretty good. Above Drive World, maybe. I don't know if it's above Adopt Me or not, though. I don't think it's above Dress Tune Press, but I could be wrong. I'll just put... I feel like Epic Minigames was better than Arm Wrestle because I didn't cringe at this. I also think BNPC or Die was above Arm Wrestle. Just how goofy it was made it really bad. These three are probably above Arm Wrestle, and then Arm Wrestle is probably above. I'm not sure. Let me think. Alright, I'm back. So basically, we have 10 games ranked out of the 51. These rankings are, I'll probably change them a lot, but like whatever. I'm just putting them there just to put them there. In fact, I'll probably remove the ones that I don't even know what I want to give them. Like, I'll probably just remove... the only two that I know that I want to give are the Lobby and Michael Zombies, which are 10 out of 10. I'm probably gonna reorder everything anyways. Like, multiple times. Because I can never make decisions. So, we have Epic Minigames. I feel like Epic Minigames was less tedious than Drive World, so I'm gonna put it above. Is it above Adopt Me? Well, the shinies were a lot better, and they had arcade games, which was basically better. I feel like it's better than both of these. I don't know if it's better than Dress to Impress or not. It's definitely Epic Minigames is not better, definitely not better than Driving Empire. But it might be above Dress to Impress just because the shinies were way better executed, so I'll probably put it... I'm gonna have it above Dress to Impress. Alright, so... trying to figure out how would I want to rank these. Because it's kind of hard to rank games when there were really good ones and then horrible ones, and there's no like really in between. Why is MVS all the way down here? It wasn't that bad. Alright, so... BNPC or Die. The shinies were kinda goofy, and they kinda took a bit to figure it out. The shinies were okay. And the silvers was like a quest line, and they built like a map for the last silver. I feel like it's above Eat the World because Eat the World had worse executed shinies. Oh, I moved. Oops, my bad. Alright. Hi, Crystal. I did the 1x boss fight already. I'm just ranking stuff now. I'm just ranking the entire event. So for Drive World, let's see. So I feel like Shark Bite 2 and Horrific. I feel like Shark Bite 2 is like I don't know. It might be better than BNPC or Die and Eat the World, but I'm not sure. Shark Bite 2 had like the deal 100 damage with a water pistol. It had like the sink another ship with the ship you got, and it had the shinies were also kind of cool. And they were like placed and they had like ambience. They were pretty cool. I think it was better than Eat the World. I don't know if it's better than BNPC or Die. I feel like it's better than Drive World though. I feel like I enjoyed Shark Bite 2 more than Drive World. So I'll put Shark Bite 2 here. You're subbing? Alright, thank you, Crystal. Alright. I'm probably gonna put real football a 1 at, like, it's probably gonna be, like, here, by the way. Because the quests weren't beginner friendly at all, and it was executed horribly. Like, it was awful. But, by the way, when I switch to a list like that's full of this, then this means this is my old list. So I'm basically like re-ranking everything to make it better. So I have it pulled up just to remind me of the games. Let me like cross out games that I've already ranked. Like I can use highlight. I'll just use like highlight for games that I've already ranked. So I've ranked all of these. I've ranked these two. And I've ranked Shark Bite. I think. Did I add Drive World? Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, so arm wrestle, I don't know why it was this high in the first place. I feel like it was worse than Sonic Speed. Yeah, it was worse than. Oh yeah, I forgot about Fishing Simulator. So Fishing Simulator, everything was really good up to the point of the very last shiny, where you had to basically go to an island where you needed to get level 10, and it takes basically an hour of grinding to get to level 10. And that wasn't really the best, so like it lowers it a lot. Sonic Speed Sim had like shinies placed around and just like a couple quests. They didn't really make anything for the game's event. They used their other collab that they were doing, the Team Mutant Ninja Turtles collab, for the games. So I feel like Fishing Simulator is, I don't know. If it wasn't for that one shiny, I would probably put it like up here somewhere. But that one shiny was really bad. Your favorite's Bee Swarm? I put Bee Swarm below the lobby and Michael's Zombies because Michael's Zombies had like everything perfect. The shinies were like there's the shinies which all had hints and all had like cool concepts for it. That was really cool. The three silvers requiring for the three games they all had their own custom music for each game, and that was really good. It was so good. So yeah, that's it easily was number one. The lobby's a 10 out of 10 because the 5 obbies were amazing. The boss fight was absolutely amazing also. And it had had all the items in UGC, so it was obviously going to be a 10 out of 10. But Michael's Zombies is better than the lobby in my opinion. I feel like the reason Bee Swarm had golfing, which was pretty cool. The shinies were just placed around in places, which wasn't the best. Untitled boxing game, it's 3 silvers. It was around the same concept, but it was pretty fun. And the shinies were really good. I might put Untitled above Bee Swarm, but I'm not sure. But let's see. So, first of all, this is I feel like Arm Wrestle will be, I don't know where. Let me mute really quick to think. I'm back. So basically, I don't really know what to put these positions in because they're all really the same at the top. I feel like also, Ultimate Football was pretty good. It had like the mini games. It was like similar to Driving Empire, but it was similar to Driving Empire. Not really. It kind of was like Driving Empire, but the shinies were like, the shinies had hints in Ultimate Football, but the minigames were not really that fun besides one of them, which I did over and over again. I don't think it was better than Epic Minigames or Dress to Impress, but I don't know. Alright, so I think I liked horrific housing. So horrific housing was basically they had some quests. They had some quests in some shinies. The shinies were a lot better than Eat the World and Arm Wrestle Simulator. So I'm trying to figure out my placement. Let's see. Alright, so I don't know what to rank it, so I'm gonna just mute again to think. Alright, so I'm back. Let's finish this list so I can go to bed. So, horrific housing. I'll put there, whatever. Watermelon Go was, the shinies were pretty cool, and the quest, it was like a quest system, which was, it was pretty simple. Yeah. Where do I want to put it? Watermelon Go was pretty short and fun. It was around like horrific housing. I don't think it was better than Shark Bite 2. But it was probably better than... It's probably... Yeah, I think it's there. Oops. That's what I meant to do. Sonic Speed Simulator had pretty bad shinies. They were just scattered everywhere, and you had to hold to collect them, which was kind of goofy. The quest itself weren't really anything special. It wasn't really themed around anything. It was fun. There wasn't much after that though. It's definitely not better than Drive World. Also, I might move Drive World above B, NPC, or Die, as the shinies were really bad in that one, and Drive World had just better shinies. So, alright. Fishing Simulator should be a lot higher. It had 3 mini games that were all pretty... It had some mini games that were really fun, and the shinies were kinda bad, but besides that, they were really good. I think it's above Shark Bite 2. I don't know if it's above Adopt Me because of that one very bad shard. So I'll put it here. Sonic Speed Simulator. So like I said, they didn't have anything really related, but it was fun. The shinies were just placed, and yeah. I feel like it's gonna go below the world though. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it. Actually, I might put it above, as Eat the World was a lot more grindy. Yeah. I'm gonna put it above Eat the World because of how grindy it was. Yeah, I did that. I beat the boss and survived it, and I got an avatar item. I'm just ranking these now that I finished that. So bad business. So bad business was basically like Quest. It was basically like Sonic Speed Simulator, but better, like a lot better. I think it's below. I might be okay. So it centered around one weapon, and the quests are fine. The shinies were really good. So I feel like it would be like around horrific housing. Maybe above. I might put it above Shark Bite 2. Actually, no, I don't think it's above Shark Bite 2. I don't think it's above Shark Bite 2. I don't think it's it's definitely below Shark Bite 2. I don't know about Watermelon Go. Yeah, I think it's below Watermelon Go also. Actually, I think it's better than Horrific Housing, but I don't know about Watermelon Go. Because Watermelon Go and this were basically, I'm gonna put it below, but I can interchange these. Ultimate Football was really fun. It was about like where Adopt Me is. It was basically like not Untitled. It was like Driving Empire, but Driving Empire did their thing a lot more did their thing better executed. The shinies were like placed all around the map, and they were pretty out in the open. They weren't in like hidden areas and that. Ultimate Football had like hints, but one of the hints weren't really that great. The thing that like Driving Empire had like a randomized race for their thing. They had like Ultimate Football had like 3 different games. I think I like epic minigames more and Dress to Impress more. It might be better than Pet Catchers. I'm trying to think. The shinies were definitely better than these two, and they had like 3 games to like grind for, and it didn't take that long, so I'll put it here. So basically this one had like a very first grindy quest, and then they had like 2 other games, and then the shinies were just placed somewhere. Adopt Me had like where you just had to do the same game over and over again until you completed the silvers, and the shinies were just in stupid places. So these are practically the same, but this had better shinies, so I just put it here. I don't think it's better than Dress to Impress, because Dress to Impress had like more of a theme, and it just felt more smooth than Ultimate Football. Plus you didn't have to do the same thing over and over again, so. Murderers versus Sheriff duels. So MVS was pretty good. It had like quest dialogue, objectives, and then the shinies were just scattered around in maps. It was really well executed. It's better than Fishing Simulator because the shinies were better, and it it had dialogue, which is pretty cool. I think it's, I feel like it's a, I think in my opinion it's above Sharkbite. It's probably, I'm not sure. I feel like Murders vs. Sheriff Duels was like around where Ultimate. It's definitely below Dress to Impress, but I don't. It might be above or below Ultimate Football. I think it's above Pet Catchers because they had way better. Why this had 3 minigames? Okay, so basically, Murders vs. Sheriff Duels had like NPC dialogue with 3 different NPCs that gave you like rewards and stuff. That was basically like Murders vs. Sheriff Duels, but Pet Catchers had like 3 different mini games. 2 of them were good, 1 of them kind of sucked, and then the shinies were pretty just mid. Like the shinies were just scattered around in the lobby, and that's it. Murders vs. Sheriff Duels had dialogue with NPCs where you had to go in the games and do quests. There's a tracker at the top of your screen, which was nice. And the shinies were like placed around in maps and in the lobby, which was pretty nice. So I think it's it is doing like the same thing over and over again. So I might put it, I don't know. It's somewhere around here. I might put it, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking about this one. I enjoyed it more than Fishing Simulator, just because Murders vs. Sheriff Duels is like, it's around where I think I might put it above I think I would put it above Pet Catchers but below Ultimate Football. That's what I'm thinking. As for Ultimate Football, it had just shinies were like placed around. Nah, actually, so like the quests themselves, you just had to do the same thing over and over again for Ultimate Football. But for merged share of duels. It was just like quests, which you basically had to go in the game over and over trying to finish them. Had a quest tracker at the top, and Ultimate Football also had a tracker, and so like it's pretty interchangeable with Ultimate Football as they were both around the same level. I'm gonna put it below though. I might put it below Adopt Me also. The reason why is you need to do it with a group. You need to do it with group games. Meaning you're gonna have to like rely on a teammate unless you have a friend. But, you know, a lot of people don't have friends that actually will join them and actually are good at the game. So like, I forgot about the friend thing. I think it's below Ultimate Football because the friend reason. It's definitely above Fishing Simulator still. I might put it below Adopt. No, I'm not, because the shinies were still like way better. I don't know. Like, I might move Pet Catchers above Ultimate Football though. Alright, so I'm just gonna put... and then put it here. There. Super Golf. Super Golf had... Super Golf was kind of mid because the shinies were... They didn't tell you anything about the shinies, and you had to server hop. And basically the event was just server hopping between game modes and stuff, and you had to basically look up where the shinies were because it was impossible ever. It was impossible if you didn't do that. So I might just put it here. It was kind of bad looking back on it. Like, if you didn't have the internet, like if you didn't have like YouTube as like tutorial for like all shinies, then there's no way. Launched in Space Simulator, it was very quick, but it was like a quest system thing. It was like a quest system thing, which was horrid. It was not good, and then the shinies were also like really buggy. I would argue this goes... Okay, so like... They didn't really add anything. They just added like an overpowered egg, and that's it. The shinies were better than... The shinies were better than Super Golf. Like, way better. But I don't see it going above Eat the World, so... I'm just gonna put it... Put it there. Gym League. Okay, so basically how Gym League works is you have... There's 5 shiny, so there was like a teleportation place that takes you to the thing. And you had to do some games. Basically what you had to do was like you had to do like a boxing thing, a weightlifting thing, and that. And then it was like Fishing Simulator. It was like fishing, it was basically Fishing Simulator, because there's also one very bad shiny where you had to grind for an hour to get to. That was kind of bad. So I'm probably just gonna put it around where Fishing Simulator is. Wait, hold on. This is the old list. Yeah. Right here, where Fishing Simulator is, which is right here. So that grinding makes it worse than Adopt Me. I think it's below Fishing Simulator, as you have to compete against real people, and you can just abuse it with an auto clicker, which was not great. So, yeah, I'll put. I might argue that Sharkbite 2 is better than both of these games, though. The reason why Sharkbite was pretty beginner friendly. Like, the quests were really beginner friendly. Like, anybody could do them. Gym League, you had to grind like a while, same for Fishing Simulator. Sharkbite, you had to play games over and over again. But I think I like... They had like the giant like sports stuff, which were pretty cool. It was pretty fun to see in Sharkbite. So yeah, I think I'll put it. I'm definitely putting it above Gym League. I think I'm gonna put it above Fishing Simulator also, just because the unnecessary grinding that you had to do for Fishing Simulator. So I'll put Sharkbite 2 like right here. So, we're basically halfway into the list. A little bit over halfway. Also, I forgot to... I might move this up, but it's really buggy, so it's not going to go up that much. But that's Gym League placed. Pull a sword. Oh, I just realized I actually need to move Arm Wrestle Simulator down a lot more. Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna move it below Sonic Speed. And eat the... actually, I'm not sure. So basically, you had to grind for a while to get to a reasonable amount of strength to even complete the event. It stole from Speedrun 4, which was not cool. And it was pretty cringe overall. It gave, they had dialogue with cutscenes, which were decent. I don't think it's above, I think it's definitely below Be NPC or Die. And it might be below Super Golf. I think it's below, I don't know. Like, it had its own map and everything, which looked cool, but that's at the most they had. The gameplay was pretty awful itself. Okay, so Pull a Sword was something alright. Oh wait, I just realized I mixed up Pull a Sword with Arm Wrestle Simulator. Arm Wrestle Simulator had like the dialogue with the quest and the kind of grindy stuff and the obbies and stuff. I don't think it was better than Shark Bite 2. I might put it above Fishing Simulator though, because it didn't require any grinding. In fact, that's probably what I'm gonna do, because it didn't require any unnecessary grinding, so... Pull a Sword is the culprit I'm talking about. This one was bad. I might put it below Super Golf. I just don't like it. It had like its own lobby cool, but it looked like it just looked exactly like the lobby. With weird Speedrun 4 ripoff. It had pretty cringe pickup noises for the shinies and silvers, and it had very minimal cutscenes. It was pretty bad. I'll re-rank it later, but yeah. Football Fusion 2. So Football Fusion 2 was basically like the shinies were pretty well executed. So basically how it worked is that like after a set amount of time, the shinies would just spawn in the field and you grab them. That happened 4 times over until you got all 4. And then, you know, there's obviously 5 total. And the 5th shiny is in the lobby where you just pick up a giant silver coin. I don't know why it's a silver coin, but I'm just not going to question it. Yeah, but this one was really well executed. It was really well executed. It was like the quests were pretty fair, and the shinies were pretty fine. I don't think it's above Watermelon Go or Bad Business. I don't think it's like that good, but it was pretty well executed. It's like above Sonic Speed. So HCBB 9v9 2.0. This was basically like Football Fusion 2, but basically how it worked is it teleported you to a tutorial where you had to complete the tutorial, and that would give you the first silver. And then you had to stay in the tutorial to do 10 hits on a practice swing in one game. I think it was like 10 or 5. And then you have to teleport to an event place, which was basically just a normal game, where basically it would do like what the tutorial did, where it put you up, but you're in a public lobby. So basically it was like baseball mixed with the tutorial. It was pretty cool. And then the shinies worked by right after someone goes, it has a chance of spawning 1 to 2 shinies on the field. And once someone collects them, they disappear. Basically, you just have to collect 5 shinies that randomly spawn. So it's like very similar to Football Fusion 2, but I think it's a little bit better because it teaches you everything about the game, about hitting the bat and like the base plates before teleporting you to the final thing. So like with all that information, I think that's pretty high. I don't know if it's above BNPC. It might be above BNPC. I might actually put it above. Because, yeah, it had better executed shinies, so. There we go. Alright, also I forgot to... I already put these at the bottom, so let me just mark those off. So we got about these games left. We just have these games. All these, besides the red highlighted ones, we have basically just like a dozen more. And then I can finish the list, correct everything on OBS before ending stream, and then blah blah blah. So next we have Pacer Test. So Pacer Test had just shinies scattered around everywhere in a quest system. The quest system wasn't that great, but it was something. It's kind of boring. It's definitely not better than Let me move Drive World up. I just realized I don't know why it's this low. I think Drive World... Okay, hold on. Drive World had like 5 obbies that were like pretty alright, and the 5 shinies were inside them were pretty fun. Yeah, actually, no, I'll just keep in the same place. I'm not really sure. These games are like also at they're all at the same like rating that they're so close that I could just interchange any of them. Bad Business was... The shinies were so well executed that you didn't even need to give a tutorial on them. Like, they were just scattered around each map. It was like Murders vs. Sheriff Duels, but a lot worse because the silver thing was like a quest line, which wasn't that interesting, wasn't really that anything. So like, I think it's above Horrific Housing though, because Horrific Housing just added... Nah, actually, I'm gonna move Horrific Housing up above because it had those obbies that were pretty fun. So I'm gonna move it above Bad Business. Do I move it above Watermelon Go? That's the true question. So Watermelon Go had like really cool animations for the shinies and the quest line. So it was basically like Horrific Housing. I think it was a little bit more unique and more fun, so I'll put it there. And I realize I should probably move these games required grinding. Like grinding the game for a while, which wasn't really cool for them to do that. Where do I want to put? I think HCC 99 2.0 was better. I even think the NPC Day had like a lot of grinding also, so I might just put it around there. Get back, hold on. I'm gonna put Arsenal now. Actually, no. I just like the shinies from Untitled Boxing Game so much. I'm I'm gonna put it... I'm just gonna put it above Bee Swarm. Because I have Bee Swarm bias, so I'm gonna fix it by just doing that. Watermelon Go I enjoyed more than Fishing Simulator and Gym League. I don't know if it was definitely not better than Shark Bite 2. I might put it above Arm Wrestle Simulator. I'm gonna put it below, as Arm Wrestle Simulator had like actual like stuff built for the event, so. In fact, I'm probably gonna move Horrific Housing, Bad Business, and Drive World above. And HCCV 9v9 and BMTV Die and Football Fusion 2. Not, wait, no, maybe not. No. I'm thinking if I want to bring Football Fusion, because it was just a quest. But so is the others, so at this point it doesn't really matter. I'm just moving down. What the hell just happened? Die. Just gonna do that there. So these, if they didn't have so much grinding in them, they would have been a lot higher. Sonic Speed Simulator, like the Sonic Speed Simulator is so low because they did really nothing for the event, besides just plop crystals. It wasn't really anything. Eat the World had so much grinding, so that's why it's so low. And had really bad shinies, was worse than Sonic Speeds. Lunch into Space Simulator. I'll probably move it. It didn't have, like, grinding. So, like, I'll put it in there. Actually, I might just put it here. I feel like Lunch into Space Simulator added like a little bit more than Sonic Speed, so. Super Golf was just. Super Golf was just horribly executed. I wish they did better. Need to rank Pacer Test. So Pacer Test had like, it was just a quest thing and shiny scattered. Wasn't really anything. It required a lot of grinding also. So, you know, I'll just put Pacer Test here. Sonic Speed Simulator was just existent. I might move it below Pacer Test because, nah, I don't know. I'm gonna move it below Eat the World. These basically did the same thing, but nah, actually, I feel like Sonic's Speed had worse shinies. So basically this one was kind of cool. You had to like find lost lost sports items and you had to do quests. It was like, but you needed to get friends and the chat dialogue was kind of goofy. It's, I think it was like around Football Fusion 2. Like around Football Fusion 2. I think the shinies were cooler. So, is it above BNPC or die? No, it's not. The thing though is like with the 4th, yeah, I might move it below Football Fusion 2 because of that one full team thing. If you don't have friends, you're gonna have to like get alts, and that's sad that you need to get alts to finish the thing. Slap battles. So slap battles had like used slap soccer for all 3 its quests. It was basically just a quest thing, and then the 5 shinies were just scattered around. The shinies were kind of annoying because of people, so it wasn't really that great. But slap battles had like it was just basically like Football Fusion 2 but more shinies. I'd argue it goes below. I'm gonna move it. I'm just gonna keep this above. Oops. I'm just gonna keep it above though. And I'll put slap battles below. Keys. So keys was like really goofy. They built a map for the event, which was cool, but basically you had to do some quests and the shinies were just scattered around in maps. So it was just there. I feel like Keys was like not better than HCCB. No, it was not better than HCCBB. Let me move HCBB above. Do I want to move it? Okay, so Drive World had like the obbies and the shinies. I just like HCCB more, HCBB more because it just had. It taught you the game like really well. It was so cool. Keys was like, I don't think it was worse than fishing. Like I don't think it was like Fishing Simulator Gym League bad. It's like around slap battles because slap battles had like 3 quests that were just there, and yeah. I think it's I think it's a I think it's above slap battles. I just realized if you remove the E from keys, you get that. That's funny. Alright, so that one's done. We just have around like 17 games to rank, which is not that much. I'm gonna finish this before 5. But yeah. Super League Soccer. This one was pretty well executed. It was around like So like, what made this one pretty good was, like, basically it was like the base game, but the quests were pretty chill, and the shinies were just around everywhere. It was like Football Fusion 2. But like, it was better than Keys. I feel like it's... I'd say it's below. I might move Lunch into Space Simulator above because, yeah, it gave like tracking on the shinies, which was nice to have, so I'll move it above. Okay, Hockey Legends. These two are basically the exact same, so I'm gonna rank them both at once. The shinies were like in a place. The quests were kind of mid. It's definitely not better than Super League Soccer. I feel like putting it below Slap Battles. I don't think the shinies weren't that bad. Like, Slap Battles shinies were pretty bad. I think the Legends games had better shinies. And the quests were something. I don't think it's better than Keys, so I'll put those there. Okay, let's see. So I might move Keys up above a bit. They had so basically it had a map that was like, it was a quest line with shinies and a custom map for itself. I might move it above Super League Soccer, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep it where it is right now though, so I don't want to ruin anything. Survive the Killer. This one was really grindy and you needed a friend for one of the quests, and the shinies were pretty well executed though. The shinies were well executed, but the silvers weren't really. So I feel like it's around... That was loud. I feel like it's So basically, you needed a friend the entire time, which kind of sucked, and people don't just accept friend requests and that, so, you know, so a lot of people probably struggled with that part. And you had to escape on the train on the new map, which wasn't related to the thing at all. So they were gonna add that map either way or not if they weren't in the event. So they just, you know, used the new map to associate it with the games. But basically, I think it's below Super League Soccer, but above Keys. Its silvers were just really bad, even though its shinies were really good. Oh yeah, by the way, Volleyball 4.2. Easily right here. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Funky Friday. Funky Friday is also near the bottom. It was not beginner friendly at all. and it was like not beginner friendly at all, which is very important for your event. And they stole an obby from another game, like their obby thing that they use for their beginning of the quest. It was stolen from another game, from what I've heard, which is horrible. So I feel like because of how not beginner friendly it is, it just goes down there. Robeats was also really bad. I feel like Robeats was worse than Super Golf. The shinies, and actually the shinies were a lot better than Super Golf. It doesn't get it that far. The silvers itself was just grinding stuff. It was just playing the game. It was fairly beginner friendly though. So, like, it was not fun at all though. So I might just put it here. Creature scenario. This one had like an arena thing from what I remember. I don't remember how much. I don't remember much about this one. That meaning it's kind of forgettable. That's kind of bad. But also let me like show the actual placements of everything. There. Alright, so like creatures of an area. Let me double check what that one was. Oh yeah, this was the game that used the shinies as one of their silvers. And then they had like a giant arena. It wasn't that good, but it was definitely a lot better than it was definitely a lot better than like the super grindy games. I think it's like I think it's above those. You had the shinies were just like around the entire map, and the map is massive, and they gave no hints on the shinies, which sucks. So I think like I think it's definitely better than slap battles. But like, is it better than the legend scams? I feel like it's better than like I think it's better all the way up to Super League Soccer, so I'll put it there. Why is that bolded? What did I do? There. Alright, so now that that one's out of the way, we now have Horse Life, which is... So they basically had a racing thing, which was cool. They had shinies that were kinda bad. I mean, they were actually pretty bad, not gonna lie. And... yeah, that's all I remember. Oh yeah, they had like, you had to like capture level up a horde. It was kind of goofy. It wasn't that great. Alright. Um, hmm. Okay, so Horse Life was decent. Had a cool race, so I think it's above these games here. The quests were kind of random though. I don't know if it's above Football Fusion 2. You know, it's probably not above Football Fusion. It's around like Creatures to Scenaria, because they were basically the same but had a race. So I'll probably put it... The shinies were just so bad in that game. It brings it down so much. So I'll put Horse Life like right here. Hey, at least not like in the 40s. That's bad to be in the 40s. Boxing League. This one had like... This was the one where you had to like win, like where you had to do... There's like a quest board that kept track of everything. You had to break crates constantly to get all 5 shinies, which kind of sucked. The map itself looked cool. The gameplay itself was alright. I think it's above slap. Yeah, I think it's above slap battles. And above keys, above survive the killer. The shinies were just better than these, just because these were just okay, so these like were just quest. Like these are just quests, and this was just a race. Like this was quest in Arena of Death. This was just quest in a race. Both had horribly executed shinies. For Boxing League, you had a cool map with decent gameplay and with RNG shinies. The last quest was kind of bad though. You had to go in a brawl and win. You had to basically get alts. You had to basically get alts if you were laggy. Like that game is not lag friendly at all. Which brings it that brings it down a lot. So, So like I think it's gonna be like on the lower end of the list. Because of that. It had a lot of flaws, but it looked cool. I think it's above the Legends games, but I don't think it's above Survive the Killer. I'm thinking above or below Keys. I think it's above Keys. So... The strongest got Battlegrounds wasn't in the event, so I can't add it. I'm just ranking all the games from the event. Blade Ball. So Blade Ball had... The shinies were fine, they weren't the best. The quest itself was okay, but the thing with it, it had a bug where the fifth shiny just wouldn't spawn, and they fixed it but never shut down servers. So and they never announced that like anywhere. So that was a pretty bad thing for them to do, and for that I think it will go kind of low on the list because of that. But I'm not sure. I could come back to it because these games are going to be kind of easy to rank as they were so bad, especially this game. But we'll finish Blade Ball. So Blade Ball goes like, I think it was better than like these games like Eat the World. I think it was better than Eat the World. But it doesn't go that far because of that one bug that wasted hours of a lot of people's lives. Meaning they didn't really play test it. Like at least like that bug like brought it from like it could have been like somewhere up here if it didn't have that bug for so long. So I think like it's definitely not above Survive the Killer. It had a boss fight, but the boss fight was like the boss fight looked cool, but the gameplay itself was boring as hell. So I think it's around like Boxing League. I think it's above. So I'll put it there. Alright, so Obby But You're on a Bike is next. So Obby But You're on a Bike was horrible. Basically they built like an obstacle course, which was not beginner friendly at all, and their quests were not beginner friendly at all. So, I argue to put it below volleyball, which I'm gonna do that because it was not beginner friendly at all, and there was no way to get a bike to make it less painful. Like if you didn't have a decent or good bike, then it would take you like 5 hours. Alright, Race Clickers. Race Clickers was pretty beginner friendly for their quest. That's only because they added like an overpowered egg for their event. Like an overpowered egg for beginners. They added like a summer map, but that didn't do anything. And the shinies were like tiny shards that you had to like find around the map and click on. As the lobby was so small, they had to do that. But I think it's like, I don't know. It was somewhere. I think it's like around Pacer Test. I think it's like, is it below or above? Let me move Pacer Test above Eat the World. And then I'm going to recopy that. And Race Clickers was... Alright. It was like... So the shinies were not that greatly executed, but it was beginner friendly, but it required a lot of grinding. So I think it's below. tongue battles was also kind of bad. The shinies were just in random places, and there was just grinding. And yeah, it was just grinding and collecting shinies. So like, not much to say about that. It's basically where Race Clicker was, but like slightly better. Horse Racing Simulator. This is one of the worst ones I played. This game, when you load into it, there's like so many buttons, and one of them is the games button, so it takes you a while to even find the button. And then it was just grinding. Like, it was just straight up grinding. Like, it was like definitely worse than Eat the World, and definitely worse than like Robeats. The shinies were not, like, the shinies were okay, which is the only reason I'm thinking of putting it above Super Golf. But it had so much grinding, and once you reached a certain point, then you're just able to easily beat the event. It's so stupid. So like, I think it's just right there. I might move it below Super Golf. It just wasn't beginner friendly, so I might. I'm going, wherever I put Horse Racing Simulator, I'll probably Pull a Sword right by it, as they're basically the same braid rotting game that had basically the exact same stuff. So is it above or below Super Golf? That's the question. So for Super Golf, they had like pretty decent like shiny. They had pretty decent silvers, but horrible shinies. Horse Racing Simulator had really bad silvers, but okay shinies. So I think it's like, I think it's below, as the UI is so much harder to navigate in that game. So let me just let me just put pull a sword in right below. Actually, I'll put it above, as they did add a little bit more, but they still stole and stuff, but like, whatever. I might like move it, but I'm not sure. So, Fashion Famous, it was just RNG. It was just super heavy RNG. And the shinies were easy and pretty fine, I guess. It was just big RNG though, which wasn't the best. It was just RNG to get topics, and then you just had to place. You just had to basically sit in a private server, leave and rejoin until you get the right themes and stuff, and then just wait like 4 minutes and automatically get it. It was just getting the correct themes, doing this stuff, and the shinies were just so easy. So I think it's like worse than Robeats. I might put it above Super Golf though, because at least it wasn't. No, actually, I'm gonna put it below Super Golf, as like, with Super Golf, at least you could, when you looked up everything, At least it was like, it wasn't that tedious. Like, these were about the same amount of tedious. This had really tedious shinies, these had really, this game had really tedious silver, so I think they deserve to be right by each other. And now we're on our last game, which is Real Football 24. This game, in my opinion, is one of the worst ones on here. The reason why is that the quests aren't really beginner friendly at all, and the game was so toxic. Like, you had to rely on people, but they were so toxic, it was just not fun at all for me. It was really horrible. I don't think it's worse than, it might be worse than Funky Friday. In fact, I'm gonna put it there. It's like around Funky Friday. Yeah, I say that's fair. Actually, no, I'm gonna put Funky Friday below, as they stole a whole hobby. Alright, Midnight Racing Tokyo. I'm gonna move this one, despite me, like, despite there's like a bug that bugged a bunch of stuff. They had like a toggle where if you didn't close the toggle, it would literally not let your game load and finish part of a quest. And it was just so buggy and so bad. For me, it's like worse than Hobby But You're on a Bike, but it was a little bit better than Real Football 24. Alright, cool, that's all the games re-ranked. So yeah, that's all the games. I've re-ranked them. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know why that guy said to add the strongest battlegrounds when it just wasn't in the games. I don't know what he's thinking, not gonna lie. I'm adding numbers just to paste it into a Discord, so give me a second. Let me just test if it works. Yeah, it works. But you still have to go through and like do that, so it's not really worth it anyway, so I'm just gonna add the numbers individually. wish summer break was longer, because soon I'm gonna have to not stream every day because school. So that's gonna suck. I'll try uploading videos about like Dandy's World and other games. But yeah. Let me just copy this message just in case it gets auto-deleted. Alright. Well, I just finished what I was doing. Alright, there, I'm done. Alright, so basically, that's the entire game done. I don't have to play this Roblox event anymore. Like, there's no point of playing it anymore. I'm finally free from this entire Roblox event. Like, I don't have to play it anymore. So, yeah. Before I go, actually, let me fix my screen thing. Let me, like, if I switch to Roblox right now, oh wait, actually it's fixed, okay. I thought it wasn't fixed, but of course it is, I guess. Wait, no, actually it isn't. Let me fix it. Where is it? There we go. Now it's fixed. And then let me just fix that, and there. Now everything's good for tomorrow. Cool. Anyways, now I can go. So basically, this was a pretty alright stream. I was just finishing basically the event as I didn't know what to stream anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. This was cool to do finally to finish, so I don't have to worry about this event anymore.